Have some messages coming through, and I'm putting my makeup on, so it's like, just bear with me. But I'm just gonna share them as they're coming through. But there's something about you that Spirit is saying, like, you're facing a huge fear right now. This fear has been blocking you for lifetimes. Okay. This fear is in regards to feeling judged, being judged, and uh, being verbally attacked and like shut down by others. Spirit is saying, like, you're actively facing this fear, and Spirit said to, like, just focus on being authentic. Especially when you're in a situation where if you do come across like bullies, or like somebody saying something negative to you or whatever, just remember to stay authentic. Obviously, have your boundaries. You already know, like, to hold your boundaries and stuff like that. But Spirit is saying, like, the best way to combat this is, like, be authentic. And also the messages coming through is, like, Spirit's reminding you that you are not the same person that you used to be, in regards to, like, you don't doubt yourself anymore. Like, you don't cower in fear. Like, you're not that person anymore. I swear I'm wearing a shirt, sorry. It looks like I'm naked, but I'm just wearing a halter top, and I don't have a better place to set my phone. But anyways, yeah, and like, Spirit's just reminding you that you have what it takes to do this thing, to take this next step, okay? And you're ready for it. You can feel it. Like, you're about to it's almost like step into the spotlight, okay, is what I'm getting. Like, you've been preparing for this for years. I mean, yes, lifetimes, but like for years specifically. Like, you've been working through fears of being seen, fears of like being your true authentic self, and like how people will like receive that. And one thing that you've learned, that you had to learn before you got to the space where you're putting yourself out there fully, and to be seen, and to be, like, I guess, rewarded, or like applaud, or like, seen on a higher level, is you had to learn and realize and integrate that your authentic self is actually what is needed in order to, like, step into this spotlight, okay? Because before, it was almost like you didn't know, like, who you needed to be, or how you needed to act, or how you needed to step into this part of you that knew that this was for you, right? And so the messages that are coming through is, like, you had to learn that it's safe to be authentic, and that you have to be authentic. Like, everything about what you do needs your authenticity, and your authenticity is actually what is going to protect you energetically as well. Authenticity, like, your authentic self is like the highest vibration, okay? And you already know this, like, you've learned this. And just Spirit's reminders, like, keep showing up as your authentic self. And maybe the thing is too, Spirit's reminding you, like, the bullies, or like anybody that has something to say that's like negative, it's just because your authentic light is so bright, and you're shining a light on these people's like triggers and shadows. And so, like, with that is gonna come backlash, okay? But there's also going to be a lot of people that love you and love, like, your energy, and that, like, that you're gonna heal a lot of people just by you being yourself, okay? For this collective, I do feel like you are a natural born healer. You were meant to be seen on a higher scale, as far as like helping people, and like your face is like meant to be known by a big collective of people, because you're a leader, okay? And as a leader, you have to be okay with being seen, okay? And the thing about leaders, Spirit's reminding me, the thing about leaders is that, like, you as a leader know, as a healthy leader, know that it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to not be perfect. I feel like before, in the past, you may have like felt like you weren't ready to be the leader that you needed to be, because you felt like you didn't, your craft wasn't perfected. You felt like, oh, I'm not like 100% at doing what I do, and so like, how can I be a good leader if I don't know what I'm doing fully, And you've learned that, like, you don't need to know it all. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to trust yourself, and you need to trust Spirit, and you need to trust that you're literally just you're being authentic to yourself, and you're doing what your heart is guiding you towards, okay? And the thing is like, as long as you're following your heart, as long as you're following what feels true to you, you're in perfect alignment, okay? Even if there's like detours along the way, and you think to yourself like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have, like, sorry, I got interrupted and I completely lost my train of thought, so that's annoying. But and maybe that's a sign for you. What was I saying, bro? Anyways, yeah, so basically the message here is just to remain authentic. Keep doing you. You're doing an amazing job. I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but like, you may be having kind of like nightmares, or like having a hard time sleeping, and that's because your ego, your like shadow self, like this part of you that is like afraid of being judged and like attacked or whatever, it's like you're facing this part of you, and you may be having bad dreams because of it, okay? But everything is happening as it should. There was also a dream that I had that maybe I feel like is like significant, but there's like a dream about setting boundaries, specifically with like people that, it's almost like, in an energetic way, the best way to explain the dream is like, you are being authentic to you, and doing things the way that feels right for you, and what you want to create, and how you want to show up in the world, okay? And how, like, you're doing things your way. You're taking the lead, okay? And as you take the lead, there's like these different distractions, or like interruptions, that come, that are trying to knock you off of what you're trying to do and create. And the advice from Spirit is just like, continue setting your boundaries and follow your heart, like follow what your inner guidance is telling you to do, because when you do that, like, you can't fail, okay? You can't fail. And just remember that alignment, sorry, I'm getting more interruptions and distractions. That could be a really big sign for you, distractions right now. Like, you may be dealing with distractions as you're trying to try something new, okay? And it could be your shadow self trying to get you to not do what you need to do, but you got to keep on going, okay? Despite the fears. Like, there's gonna be, these distractions, but that doesn't mean that you're not meant to do it, or that you're not on the right track, okay? So just keep doing you. I hope this message helps. Like, it's gonna reach whoever it's meant to. This is my first time doing a long form video on here, but Spirit has been guiding me to make long form YouTube content, So here we are. So yeah, I just pray that this reaches who it is meant for, and that this collective is protected from all the negative energies from themselves as well as others. And I pray that you are loved and supported in every way that you need to be, and everything works out for you, because it already is working out for you. Okay? All right.